morning, Dallas Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Karina Esparza, and joining me today are my team members, Elad Banai, Marcus Harpole, and Nikita Patel. We are pleased to present to you today our proposal for the program American. American has the potential to be a great benefit to the Dallas community by giving help to those courageous individuals who immigrate to the Dallas area in search for a better future. So to start off, I would like to talk about just Comerica as a company. So displayed on the screen right now is actually our mission statement. We at Comerica believe in promoting diversity in the workforce. A diverse workforce is essential, especially in the Dallas area, because every year our customer base is becoming more diverse. Now, if you don't believe that Dallas is becoming more diverse, just take a look at this next graph. This graph is actually from 2013. It is a graph of the 10 Texas counties that had the largest intake of foreign-born immigrants just in 2013. So as you can see, Dallas is second on the list with more than 15,000 foreign-born immigrants coming into the Dallas area just in 2013. That was 13 years ago. Now we're in 2016, so these numbers are just going to keep increasing. These people come to the Dallas area in search of a better future and great opportunities, in search of the American dream and this land of opportunity. But oftentimes that is actually not the case. That is very evident in this next graph. This is actually a graph of recent immigrants, which it's classified as people who have been here less than 5 years, and even established immigrants who've been here 20 or more years are lagging behind natives in every single one of these categories. So they have the highest rates of poverty, they have the lowest wages, they have the lowest rates of health insurance, and they are actually have the highest rates of welfare use, even the ones that have been here for 20 or more years. And the most disparate one is actually homeownership, where they're definitely, like, their rates of homeownership are a lot lower than U.S. natives. So now that I've provided you with a little bit of background in terms of just cold hard facts, my team member Nikita Patel is actually going to provide a more personal take on all this information.
Hi, this is my family. The one in the little red dress is me. This is when I was 2. The little one is my brother. We are 2 years apart. The one in pink is my mom, and the one with the mustache is my dad. So anyways, so we moved here in 2016, and as I said, I was young, my brother was young, so it wasn't that difficult for us. But in my culture, fathers are considered the head of the household, and they have all the responsibility. So my dad had to take care of a lot of things. He had to, we didn't speak any English at all at the time, and we had to find a job, apply for it, how to interview, and transportation. He had to walk miles and miles just to go to a grocery store or apply for a job, and it was really, really hard and scary. We had a bit of a connection because my uncle was here, so it was a little easier for us, but there are families that I know that have no connection when they get here, and it can be really terrifying. So this is why we created our program, American, so that we can help families like those. And now, Elad will tell you more about it.
Thank you. All right, so as you heard, thousands of immigrants move into the United States every single year. Picture yourself coming into a new country where you have no idea of the language, the culture, or the lifestyle of this new place. That's pretty scary. And it takes a lot of courage for someone to give up everything that they are comfortable with, everything they know, and to move to an unfamiliar place in search of a better life for themselves and their family. So why don't we help them? It's easy to say that it's not my problem, let them do it themselves. But at Comerica, we believe it's the American way to welcome these people into our country and help them adjust. As you can see in this graph above, immigration is constantly on the rise in the United States. And Dallas, being a major city so close to the Mexican border, is a hotspot for immigrants to come to. With no support system, it is much harder for them to become successful here. According to the Center for Immigration Studies, over 25% of people living below the poverty line are either immigrants or US-born children with an immigrant mother or father. The sad part is, these people cannot go back. They have given almost everything up to just come here, and they're stuck here. They need a program like Comerica to give them the foundation to start their new life. And we want to help them make the most of their time here in the land of opportunity. So what's our plan? How can we help them adjust? Comerica is designed to facilitate immigrant transition into the United States to help these immigrants earn basic skills, which will be elaborated on later in the presentation. You heard it from Nikita. Moving into the United States is not a straightforward process. It can be confusing and terrifying. And our goal is to make it less confusing, less terrifying for these people, and make them feel right at home. So now Nikita is going to discuss more about the proposed plan.
So first of all, we will need a location for our place. So we chose our Comerica Dallas Comerica headquarters, which is located in Dallas downtown. The DART bus station is very close to it. It only takes 7-minute walks for. It will only take 7-minute walks for the people to reach us. And we will also be depending on volunteers and hire staff to help us succeed. We will also create events such as fundraiser kickoff to raise money for our program, Family Day, where we will be inviting guest speakers to inform the immigrants about DART schedules, driving license processes, real estate. We will be providing English classes to break down the language barrier, path to citizenship classes. So we will show them how the citizenship process works, applying for it, and give them an idea of what the process will be like. Creating Your Future will provide resume workshops and interview strategy classes. There is a government agency called the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. They warn immigrants to stay away from immigration scams. So what I will be doing is I'll be attending one of their training seminars to get certified, so that way we would be more credible. To advertise for our program, we will be creating brochures that we will be placing in local DMVs, banks, grocery stores, recreation centers, and immigration offices, so that it'll be easier for them to find us and know about us. Also, we will create a web page, and we're gonna post the link of the web page to the Comerica website. So that way, again, easier to find for them. And we will also be counting on the word of mouth, so people will tell other people and they'll spread the news of our program. And now I will hand it over to Marcus to go over the staffing and scheduling.
So I'm here to make all this great information into a reality. So as behind me, you can see the schedule we have picked for the 2016-2017 calendar year. We have picked a full-length calendar because we kind of want to attract families. And by doing that, we are going to follow a school schedule type. And so we will have a fundraiser kickoff on August 6th. This is our time for our Comerica and our guests to come together and really break the ice for our year. We will then have family days on the first Saturday of each month. We will then have our English classes on the first and third Thursdays, our Path to Citizenship class on the second Thursday, and Creating Your Future on the fourth Thursday of each month. They will be in the evening, so we hope to attract as many people as possible to work around work schedule and school schedules. Next, our staffing. Our fundraiser kickoff, we will use an event staff of 50 people. This is to ensure that we can have a maximum turnout for our fundraiser kickoff and we can raise the most we can for our organization. We will also have Family Day. We will use a Dallas real estate agent. We will also use a DART employee, and we use a Texas DMV representative to create credibility and to give our guests the maximum information they can receive. We will also have 2 Dallas Independent School District teachers, each with a minimum requirement of 10 years within the DISD, so that we can ensure they know what they are talking about and that they also know about the Dallas area as well. We will also use Path to Citizenship class. Our very own Nikita Patel, as she said, will take the 2-day training seminar with the UCIS, in which she can become certified to teach that class. We also have Creating Your Future, which we will have Dr. Jeannie Sluter from the University of Texas at Dallas come and teach this class. She teaches business communication, and she has a PhD in rhetoric and business management, and she also acquired her MBA from the Texas A&M University. On our next slide, you can see our budget. I will break this down for you. It may be a little overwhelming at first, but we wanted to see each event and how much it will cost. As you can see the people who will be working the event, the hourly wage they will receive, and the number of hours they work. As we combine all these, our next slide, you can see how many events we will have. We then multiplied how much each event will cost by how many times we will have that event, and we also added our marketing as a one-time fee for the 2016-2017 calendar year, and we come to a total of $50,190 for our total year. And with that being said,
American is Dallas.
American is opportunity.
American is hope.
American is the American dream.
And we thank the Dallas Chamber of Commerce for taking the time to hear our proposal today, and we now open it up for questions. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to pay for their way, or are they going to pay for themselves?
We talked about that, and for our first year, we will not be providing transportation for them until the word gets out, just because this is our first year. We're unsure of our turnout and how we would deal with that process. Yes, sir.
With that budget and with that plan, how many immigrants are you going to help a year, per year?
So this is our first year, so we are unsure of the turnout we will receive. But what we did with our classes, each class we will have on Thursday nights, we will have a class from 6 to 7:30 and a class from 7:30 to 9. That way we can have the maximum turnout for each. Yes, ma'am.
How do you plan on funding everything? Because if Dallas Chamber of Commerce doesn't decide to fund half of it, either way, how are you planning to fund the 25 or how are you planning to fund the 50,000?
So we have our 2016-2017 calendar or fundraiser kickoff, and we will have auction items that Comerica will provide that will use any profits from that. Also, we will hope to receive donations during that fundraiser kickoff. Yes, sir.
You mentioned you were going to have 2 Dallas ISD teachers.
Yes, sir.
But they have to have at least 10 years of experience.
Yes, sir.
What's the incentive for them to do this program? Are you paying them?
They are hourly paid workers.
They're
Yes, sir.
hourly paid workers,
Yes, ma'am.
Will you partner, since this is your first year with this kind of program, will you partner with other agencies that are doing this, like the Bill J. Priest Institute and different DISD schools also help children and parents of immigrant children become citizens? Will you partner with them for the experience and for the programs that they already have?
We have not set out any partnerships at this time. Yes, sir.
Will you also accept volunteers to participate in teaching English classes, or do you prefer to have the...
We will have our 2 Dallas Independent School District teachers, but we also welcome any volunteers from high school or colleges or any above as well.
Thank you.
Take one more question.
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned having 2 classes, it was like the 7:30 to the 9.
Mhm.
But do you know at this time how many each class could hold for a number of students?
We like to keep the ratio kind of 20 to 1, let's say, so that's why we have 2 Dallas Independent School District teachers. We're also depending on the volunteers. We will also provide daycare at each of those evening classes, so that way the kids can be in a separate room and we can have more accommodation for the adults.
Awesome. Thanks.